think of chains, cars, bling bling, booty. France Museum is trying to broaden that perception.
Hip-hop is not only something that, this has to do with the music.
Play with Jian Ghomeshi.
Never forget to play.
Saturdays on Newsworld International. Exclusively on NWI. Britain's most popular newscast is now in America. The ITV Evening News. Watch Britain's breaking news right from the source.
The bomber detonated the bomb just after boarding the bus.
The latest stories.
Let's go now to John Irvine, who's in Baghdad.
Unparalleled expertise.
This is a country that's been tearing itself apart.
See the British perspective. The ITV Evening News. Weeknights on Newsworld International. Taiwan, a renegade province of China, or the proud people of an independent nation. But independence could mean war. Bill Cunningham takes an in-depth look at an island in search of an identity, living next door to a dragon.
I'm Bill Cunningham on special assignment in Taipei.
Special assignment, Taiwan, on Newsworld International, America's only 24-hour global news channel. A peace plan under fire. The politics of a Palestinian state. Follow the fate of the roadmap to peace on Newsworld International. In our globalized economy, world events impact us more than ever. Turn to NWI's World Business Reports throughout the day. Business is global. Your business news should be too. World Business Report, only on Newsworld International. See the news, get the facts. Every day, every hour, the storyteller of our time. Unique coverage of world events then and now. NWI, Newsworld International.
Tonight, policing the cops.
Police officers are not above the law.
The RCMP lay a slew of charges against 6 Toronto drug squad officers. Sticking to his guns.
It hasn't worked.
We are committed to the registration of weapons.
Paul Martin won't scrap the controversial registry, but he will review it. Collateral damage.
Our export business is ruined. We've lost our market access around the world, and we've lost our networking throughout Canada to supply the cattle to our customers.
Everyone knows Mad Cow is hammering beef producers, but what about Canada's dairy farmers? Plus, Terry Malefsky with Gordon Campbell's take on that police raid at the BC legislature.
It's disturbing to me, it's disturbing to the public.
People need to say, I'm in or I'm out.
And Eric Sorensen on hot prospects for the federal Conservative leadership race.
The National. From the Canadian Broadcasting Centre, here is Peter Mansbridge.
Good evening. A dark stain is encroaching on the thin blue line. After the biggest internal investigation in Canadian police history, 6 Toronto officers were charged today with dozens of offences. Among the alleged crimes, perjury, extortion, theft, and assault. The accused are all former members of the city's drug squad, veteran officers who may have betrayed the public trust. Cass Rusey has the story.
Under the glare of the media, 6 seasoned police officers, all former drug squad cops, one now retired, are whisked away from a Toronto police department. Fingerprinted, photographed, charged with a string of corruption-related offenses.
I am deeply saddened and disappointed. Without doubt, and from all points of view, this whole situation is indeed quite regrettable.
In court, the 6 seemed relaxed, even smiling during breaks. As a group, they face a total of 40 charges, including conspiracy to obstruct justice, theft, extortion, and assault. The charges follow the most extensive internal investigation in the history of policing in Canada, a 2.5-year probe led by a senior RCMP officer.
Police officers are not above the law. It never has been and never will be acceptable for police to engage in criminal activity or take the law into their own hands. There is no excuse. The incidences of corruption in policing are few, but the impact on the public and police services is significant.
The independent investigation looked into the conduct of members of a Toronto drug squad from 1995 to 2002, including allegations of police brutality and the theft of tens of thousands of dollars from suspected drug dealers. A lawyer for the charged says they will be vindicated.
These officers say, look, we've done this for a long time, we did it the way we were trained, and we have an unblemished career, so we'll put that career on trial and face these accusers.
But lawyers for some of those accusers say the charges are just the tip of the iceberg. They've been calling for a public inquiry into police accountability.
There are many complaints against a number of other officers that we know nothing about, that this task force has not reported on. In fact, we believe the task force simply dropped the investigation into some of those complaints.
Think you'll get your day in court?
Definitely.
One by one, the former drug squad cops filed out of court today with little to say. Suspended with pay, they return to court next month. During the course of the task force investigation, hundreds of drug charges had to be set aside because some of the investigators were under suspicion. Now, defendants in some of those cases are filing civil lawsuits against police for violating their civil rights. Cass Rusi, CBC News, Toronto.
The Prime Minister is examining his list of priorities tonight, preparing to carve his agenda in stone. Today, Paul Martin announced Parliament will resume February the 2nd with a throne speech.